So today we have welcome to Fastened Up Insta Live. Today we have KS Bharat, who is an Indian cricketer with us live. KS comes from Andhra and he has been twice been called for the Indian team. So hope to have a great conversation with Bharat. He's a wicketkeeper batsman, the only wicketkeeper to have hit 300 runs in a domestic match. He was called up for the pink ball test in Calcutta as a reserve wicketkeeper. Then again in the one dayers against Australia, he was called. So let me add Bharat into the Insta Live, and then we can have the discussion. So adding Bharat now. We are waiting for Bharat to join in. Bharat is obviously a wicketkeeper batsman, plays for Andhra, and this is part of the Fast Insta series that we have been having. Hi Bharat bhai, how are you?
Hi Vijay bhai, I'm very good, thank you. How are you?
Good. Are you able to hear me well?
Yes, I can. Are you?
That's great.
Super,
So
super.
Bharat bhai, just before we start, I would want to give a quick, short introduction to you for the viewers. Bharat is a wicketkeeper batsman from Andhra. His claim to fame has been the consistency of his performances in the domestic circuit for the last few years. He was obviously called into the pink ball test match at Calcutta as a reserve wicketkeeper. And then he also got his chance to be with the Indian team as again a call-in wicketkeeper against Australia when we played the series against them in January. So Bharat has been one of the exciting talents coming out of Andhra and also for Indian cricket in terms of wicket keeping. So welcome Bharat for having joined the Fasten Up Live today.
Thank you Vijay bhai. So sweet of you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So while we take questions, we already have started getting questions from viewers. But
Super.
just to ask you, Bharat, what are you doing these days? With the lockdown happening, what's happening?
So for the first 14 days, I was just home. For 45 days, I was just home. I didn't even step out. I was doing my rehabs right after the season. And once the
Mhm.
lockdown was a little bit relaxed, so I live very next to the international stadium, so I can have my own timings and go in the gym and work out. So it's been very helpful for me to use the services of the ground, and it's been good. No complaints so far. Working on myself mentally and physically.
So how many hours of workout or fitness, including cricket, do you put in these days?
Yes, in the morning I start around 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock I hit my nets till 9:15, and in the evening I train. I have my own schedule designed by my trainer, so I would be
Mm-hmm.
following it for about 45 minutes to 1 hour. And in
Mm-hmm.
between my recovery sessions, be it foam rolling or ball rolling or whatever, stretching and hydration, recovery, sleep, everything
Okay.
included.
So, so it looks like nothing has changed for you. I mean, you are very focused, training individually even during the COVID situation, which is great to hear.
Yes, because see, as a professional, we have to find a way to be on the mark every given time. You can't just find excuses to be off the grid. It's very important to be a low key, where doing what it requires a professional
Sure.
to be. Yeah, so been managing it well. Yeah, all good.
Great. So let me ask you something which I find interesting because you are a wicketkeeper batsman, and taking to wicket keeping is not easy, right? Because I remember I mean, it was long back, but my own old days when I was told to, I mean, I was amongst around 20, 30 kids, and
Okay.
the coach asked who can keep wickets, right? And this was under 13. So there was no one to raise their hands. So I raised my hand, and so I
Super.
became a wicket keeper.
Oh,
But what is the story behind your becoming a wicket keeper?
first, when I started my cricket, I wasn't a wicketkeeper, to be honest. At the age of 7, 8, I started going to the ground. And later, at the age of 10, I represented my, what do you say, state, Andhra. And I wasn't a wicketkeeper back then. After playing first year of, a state cricket, then second year when I was 11, my coach asked me to put on the glove and I was very excited. I felt like every ball is going to come to me. I was very, bored fielding at short leg, silly point, close in. because ball wouldn't come to you more often. So behind the stumps, I was, enjoying this, and I started to, keep stumps after my 11 years, and it's been a part of me after that.
Sure. So looking back, Bharat, what do you find yourself as a best? I mean, the strengths when you keep. I mean, is it your reflex? Is it your what did you rate as your strengths in terms of wicket keeping?
Wicket keeping, as far as wicket keeping is concerned, it's more got to do with awareness. I mean, awareness of the
Mm.
match and awareness of the batsman. Looking at the batsman and understanding the situation, you would sense something. Okay, an opportunity is coming to me, and it's all about anticipating. I mean, every
Sure.
ball you gotta anticipate, saying it's gonna come to me, or there is a chance, or something's gonna happen. So that's the key, I would say, for any
Great.
wicket keeper.
Any wicket keeper.
Yep.
So, Bharat, last year, obviously, you got a call to be there almost in the Indian team. I think you were part of that interesting setup in Calcutta when we were having the first historic pink ball test.
Yeah.
So, tell me, how did the call come? I mean, what happens when anybody gets a test call? I mean, does it happen on phone or does it happen on email, WhatsApp? What happens?
It happens on the phone. I mean, Indian team manager called me and he was like, Bharat, congratulations, you've been called up, to join the test squad. I was like, oh wow, thank you, sir. Like I wasn't expecting because the game has already started and they wanted me to be with the team and stuff. So I was really excited and first for 5 seconds I was in a kind of shock. Is it happening or is it real? And then
Mm,
and then other people started calling me and they were congratulating me. It was a nice feeling. I mean, something which every cricketer wants to
sure.
hear. Yeah.
Mm. So when you actually went and joined the team on two occasions, maybe, what is so different when you play with the Indian squad? I mean, when you see them do the nets or practice or go around things, and what is so different? I mean, are there two, three things that you find strikingly different about it?
Yes, the day squad it was more relaxed and maybe because of the opponents we were playing because of
Mm.
Bangladesh or maybe we were right on top from the day one. But one day squad was entirely different. The one day experience it was more energy. There was more buzz and there was a lot of energy pumping from everyone and everyone are raring to go. So I felt
Okay,
like the energy is very different
a
compared
different
to
level.
both the formats. Yeah.
Mm. So let us talk a little bit about your own team,
Yeah.
Andhra Cricket. So Andhra
Yeah.
Cricket has obviously has its share of being a state which, I mean, I shouldn't be saying this, but historically Hyderabad has been more prominent
Correct.
as a playing in the domestic circuit. Even in South India, you had Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, which are bigger boys
Correct.
of the states
Yeah.
which play cricket. But Andhra has done exceedingly well. You have a great team. What is special about Andhra, and how do you find Andhra as a team now that you have Ricky Bui, you have Hanuma Vihari, you have a lot of good players coming out of the system?
Correct. So it all started back in 2012. I mean, currently the team which we are in, it all started grooming in 2012, when players were fresh. I mean, I made my debut and there were a couple of others debuted and there were 7, 8 people who were debuting. So after that, I mean, we started playing cricket together. We started playing all formats, and now that the understanding of every player is there, now we know, like, we understand each other while playing on the field and off the field. So we give that space to everyone, which really helps in producing results. After 2015, or maybe in 2015, when we qualified for the second time, for the quarterfinals with Kaif around Mohammad Kaif, it was a different unit back then. Everyone are, experienced just 15 to 20 games. So we can't be called as, senior pros, and at the same time, we can't be called as juniors. We were in that stage, but he managed us well. But after
Yeah.
that, after 2015, we started playing all formats, all
Mm.
formats better. I mean, in a way where you just said like big boys, with Karnataka, Mumbai, we are nowhere less than any of these teams now. I mean, we can
Mm.
give and we can beat any team on any given day is what I feel because of the experience and the kind of efforts we put back in. everyone are working hard with couple of India A's and India experience, IPL experiences. It all comes down to there. But as of now, we are a team where we're still grooming. There's a lot to come, but yes, we are managing to do well, and we should continue doing it. And there are a couple
That's
of
nice.
good fast bowlers also. Like say
Sure.
Andhra is known for good fast bowling attack.
Yeah, yeah.
There a couple of good quick bowlers like Prithvi, Ayappa, and a lot of people. So it's good. I mean, we are there.
No, no.
We are getting there.
Because I know that you have had a fantastic setup in local cricket, Vijayawada and around that place. So I
Yeah.
actually saw Mayank Agarwal listening to this conversation, was saying hello to you. Uh, but uh, but if you have to play against
Asking
Karnataka,
the wrong questions, Vijay.
would,
Manky,
would,
how are
would you?
you?
So,
Yes, yes.
would you be winning against Karnataka if you play a Ranji match against Karnataka? What has been your record?
We haven't played a 4-day game against Karnataka so far, but the KSTR tournaments we played against them, even though they're not a full squad, but yes, most of them play and we bet them like two times, in once in semis and others in quarters or something. So I'm very good. I mean, like we are there. I mean, it's just about that particular day where we play as a team. And cricket is a very funny game where you can also lose to a smaller teams on the
Sure.
cards, and at the same time you can also win against the bigger teams on the cards.
So, Bharat, let us concentrate on the discussion with you now.
Lies.
I think wicket keepers need a lot of focus. So let us focus
Yes.
on this conversation. There was a question raised by one of the viewers that how is Chennai cricket? I mean, a lot of people like you play in Chennai, right, in the Chennai League. So, what has been your experience playing the Chennai League?
So back in 2014, I started playing my Chennai League, 13, maybe 13, 14. So after that, when I first went, there's a lot of spin which comes at you. So
Mm-hmm.
the wickets, not only green tops you get in Chennai, like some grounds they have green tops and some grounds they are good for fast bowling. But if you see, they give all kinds of wickets. You get to play on slow turners, you get to turn on rank turners, you get to play on flat tracks, you get to play on box tracks where a certain patch is given for a left arm spinner or an off spinner. So, and the competitiveness of the cricket is so high that they're not gonna give even a single, a run very easy to you. You gotta
Sure.
earn those runs, just like any first class, setup or first class team does. So
Mm-hmm.
every team comes hard at you. They have their own plans and they plan at you. And in a way, it's very competitive. It's not so easy. You can't just say I'm gonna go down and I'm gonna get my runs or get my 100. No, you gotta earn or you gotta work for your runs over there. And
Mm-hmm.
playing Chennai League, you get a lot of experience playing all these tracks. Basically, you get to explore your batting more, or as a bowler, you get to explore your bowling more. So, as a player, you get tuned and you get conditioned for all these things. And in India, I say like Chennai is the best cricket happening around. Chennai League.
No, I think that's you well said, because I think a lot of folks go to Chennai to own their cricket.
Right.
Now talking about you talked about Chennai cricket having multiple things like fast bowling, spin, etc. So what are you good against? Fast bowling, spin. What do you like
I
keeping
like playing
against?
the quick bowlers. I like playing quick bowlers. But see, if you're a professional and you're playing at the highest level, you
I
also
mean,
want to.
as a keeper, as a wicket keeper,
Okay.
is it better for you to keep spinners, or is it more fast bowling?
No, like spin is anytime challenging for a wicket keeper, and I definitely like to, I like challenges, so I definitely want to keep spin more. Fast bowling is easy, like you stand behind and the ball comes to you where you have time and you can
Sure.
manage doing
Ah.
fast bowling. But whereas spin, you got to be very good at your skill. Only then you would be able to do better. So for
So
me, it's spin.
two questions on that. What is the fastest ball that you have faced and fastest ball you have kept?
Fastest ball I face in batting and wicket keeping.
Yeah,
Fastest ball
both.
I faced, yeah, would be Coulter Nile from Australia back in 2015, and fastest ball I've kept is Saini. Navdeep Saini so far.
Great. So
And
I
Mayank is
think
like, he's not letting me concentrate.
Mayank has an upcoming live at 6 o'clock, so he's probably getting ready for that. Um,
Yes.
but uh, Bharat, let me ask you something else.
Yeah.
Now, uh, uh, I mean, do you always find it difficult because India can have only one wicket keeper, right? So, do you always think that you have to up your batting skills to an extent to get and be part of the Indian squad? Is that something that goes through your mind?
It's both actually. To be honest, if you want to play India, it's very important for you to be 100% with both the skills. You just can't say I'm a good keeper and I'm gonna manage my batting, or you can't say I'm a good better batsman and manage my keeping. So you never know under pressure what the team demands you to deliver. So for me, it's both the aspects. Like I give high importance to both the aspects. It's not just batting or it's not just keeping. And for
Mhm.
me, I would say India is more looking at in a longer format. India is more looking at a batsman. I mean, as a keeper, like a keeper
Mhm.
who can contribute. Because if you're watching
Sure.
now, like a keeper for India, like Sahaba, he bats at number 7 or number 8, which is like very down. Like I would say. And
Sure.
so the tradition is that, like, you got to be a better keeper than a batsman in tests and in one days and stuff equally, I would say.
Sure.
So you have 7 batters or 8 batters in a team, but you only have one wicket keeper. So if you have a bad day as a keeping, you're gonna let your team down.
That would, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
keeping.
yeah,
Yeah, keeping. If you
yeah,
have a bad day at keeping, you're gonna let your team down. So that shouldn't happen.
sure. So there are two questions. One, I think Ankit Bhavne also says hello to you. He
Hi,
calls you a
Ankit.
legend.
Bye. Yeah, we have
Yeah,
good
and
time. Me,
there are
Ankit, and Mayank, we played a lot of India A games, so we're very close to each other. We have lots of fun on the field, off the field.
very nice. So I think Mayank and also there is another listener, Madhukar, who is asking you about your fitness routine. So what is your fitness routine like in a normal day? What do you do?
Normal day.
Do you do weights? Do you do cardio? Do you do what different kinds of things that you do?
I do very normal and basic things, to be honest. One day, if I hit weights, the alternate day it would be ground training. So it's gym and running, gym, running, and then break, and then gym or running, and then see. I train 6 days a week, and 7 days off, like Sunday is off.
Hmm.
So I train 6 days a week. If I'm tired, like I have a like long day at the ground, if I'm not, if I have a long day, then I would take a break in between. It can be Thursday or Friday. But
Sure.
otherwise, if I'm just practicing, I practice 6 days and then one day break.
Uh, so there are a lot of people still asking you questions. One of the questions which Bharat, there is a viewer who asked, talk us about your triple century. I mean, I think you are the only wicket keeper who has scored a triple century in domestic cricket. So
Uh,
how did that happen, and what was the feeling like?
I To be honest, I'm not the first wicket keeper. Like Rishabh also got his triple hundred
Sure,
after, like,
sorry
say,
about it.
in 2017. Yeah, that's fine. So being first Indian wicket keeper to score, it was special. So that inning was very special to me because we were put under mat to qualify and we needed 7 points, and coming under pressure, and I had a very lean games before that, like 3 lean games where I didn't get runs, and staying in present and delivering that kind of knock for the team under pressure was really special. I learned a lot from that game, which is very special to me even now.
Mhm. So you also played for, or rather had a stint with the IPL teams, right? So how different is the IPL experience?
Back in 2015, I was very young, say 21, say 2021, and we had legends like Zach in the time in the team, and Mayank in the team. They're all very focused. Like I still remember when I went into the dressing room, like there wasn't so much talk. Everyone likes to do their own stuff, and everyone likes to focus on the game. And yes, in practice sessions, if you need any assistance, they would be, there to help us out, like any youngster. But they're all thorough professionals. Once you're in a professional setup, they don't expect you to go around, seeking. They want you to behave like a professional, and they at least expect you to behave like a, professional. Since you're good, you've been picked. So when we go there, I mean, we definitely learn from people. We definitely learn from our seniors. Like UVPA was there that time, and
Sure.
the way they practice, the way how they go about things and stuff like that, we pick up. But it was a great experience playing with all these foreign players, because they kind of cricket and how they see at cricket is different. And Indians are more intense. Indians are always focused. They're so they take things very deep to their heart,
Right.
but foreigners, it's not like that. I mean, they take a game as a game, and so these are the
Right.
little differences what I've found
I
out
see.
in the dressing room. Yeah.
So let's take a few questions. Saran Rambhadra is asking, who is the toughest bowler you have ever faced? Would you want to take
Like
it?
I've mentioned, like, yeah, Kultan Ayal was tough. I really had trouble facing him back in 2015. I don't know about now. Maybe I'm ready now.
Anybody from India, or would you want to skip that question?
Anyone from India? Yeah, Shamiba is very, very effective. Like he's very good.
Mhm.
I mean, he's very quick in the nets. Like I faced him in the game also. I faced him. I found little difficult.
So there's Hemant who is asking you, who is your favorite batting partner?
Favorite batting partner? Uh, Playing for
Anybody you
India,
like
like,
batting with?
oh, like someone who has intent, someone who definitely has intent, to score runs, or someone who's very quick running between the wickets. I like them
Okay.
because it takes the game away from the opponents.
Correct, correct, correct. So that's
Yes,
fine. There is one question I would like to ask you
yes, Vidya.
was there any role model that you had when you started playing cricket, when you grew up? Was there anybody you wanted to emulate and be like?
Yeah, to be honest, like playing cricket and growing from a young age, I never had any role models. But now, yes, looking at Mahibai, Rahul sir, I mean, I definitely want to look up to them, how they handle themselves off and all the field. Like, they're very disciplined and they keep to their work, and which is very professional. I started liking both these individuals, but when I was a kid, I was just enjoying playing cricket. There weren't any high hopes, or I was not so want to be a cricketer when I was 9, 10. But yes, slowly when I started picking up the game, I started understanding things better. For a 9-year-old, if you want me to say, like, no, I wanna see, this generation is different and my generation was different. 90s kids, 93 kids are different. I mean, they just like to enjoy, but 2000, after 2000, they're very smart. If you ask a 4-year-old now, he would definitely say, I want to be like Virat Kohli. I want to be like MSD or AB de Villiers or XYZ. But for me, I was just enjoying. I'm happy being me, and I don't
Right.
like to like imitate anyone. Everyone have their own ways, so you just have to stick to it to deliver stuff. Is what I believe.
So Bharat, you are still pretty young and you have a long cricketing career to go.
Yes, yes, yes.
So that's what I mean. You are still young and you will be doing great as we go ahead.
Thank you,
So
Vijay.
as a batsman, what is your favorite shot? One of the people are asking Saran Rambhadra again. What is your favorite
Yes,
shot?
my favorite shot is a pull shot for a fast bowler.
Okay. So again, when you say pull shot, like again, you have played a lot of India A games away from India. So I think short pitch deliveries are something which historically Indian batsmen were finding it difficult to play. So when you play away games, do you automatically go for those pull shots right from ball number one, or do you take your time?
No, I take my time. Like I take my time because if you're going abroad and they're very big grounds and the wind speed is like very high. I mean, the wind speed, everything. So being on, depending upon the conditions, like I would take a call whether I should go all out or whether I should, duck the ball or something like that, you know. So, and speaking about nowadays short ball, every Indian is playing well. If you look at
Correct.
Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, and from Mayank Agarwal or whoever it is, KL Rahul, everyone plays the pull well. I mean, maybe 10 years back where Indians were little struggling for the short ball. Now I don't think so. Like, and short ball is the easiest ball to play where you get a lot of time
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
and
Well,
everyone practices well. Yeah.
that's a very, very important thing that you have said. I think it really gives the viewers a perspective that how Indian cricket has changed. So Bharat,
Definitely.
yeah, Bharat, let's talk about the different varieties of cricket. Like you have T20, one dayers, and Test cricket. Now I know all of you like Test cricket. Cricket is ultimate for any cricketer. But which format are you comfortable playing?
It's Vijay, to be honest, if you're asking any professional, everyone would want to say like all three formats because no format is lesser than anything. At the end of the day, you're playing
Sure.
cricket. But yes,
Mhm.
challenges differs from a format to format. But being a professional, you got to practice, all three formats, which I do. Like I just don't play the red ball all the time. I also play the white ball. I also put field while batting in the nets. Like I have my imaginary fields, I have my deep long balls, deep long on, and I play T20 scenarios. I play one day scenarios, like first 10 overs and the middle overs. So it's a
Mhm.
mixture of all. I mean, you can't just
Right.
deny just one. You can't deny. Okay, this is my format. So you got to be a complete player. So if you ask
Sure.
this generation, like we all want to be a complete players and we, try for that thing to come into our game, like adapt any format.
So when we see as viewers see cricket on TV,
Yeah.
there are definitely off days for people, and when there are off days for wicket keepers, everyone in the world knows about it, right?
Yes,
Uh,
correct.
so have you had off days, and how do you deal with it? Because there are simple sitters, maybe you might not really concentrate and you miss. How do you deal with it?
The first 5-10 seconds, to be honest, we feel very bad. I mean, how did this happen? Like it cannot happen from me. Like it can't come from me because we put very high standards for ourselves, and we
Right.
can't afford to lose a game just because of our mistake or whatever it is. No one wants to commit mistakes wantingly, but when it happens, it's very important for you to back yourself. At not only
Mm,
just in cricket, in any walk of life when something goes wrong, like there'll be a lot of people to put you down, and at the same time there'll be one or two to pat your back. But it's very
mm,
important, if you start putting yourself down, then the world will definitely stamp on you and run. So I would definitely say it's okay. Mistakes will happen, but I deal with it in a way. First 10 seconds, I give it a thought, saying, okay, what went wrong or what happened? Is it a mental error which allowed me to drop the catch, or is it a focus that allowed, or is it a technical? Like I assess very quickly, and then I make sure that
sure.
I try not repeating that mistake again. But it's very
Mhm.
important to back ourselves. I mean, and focus, because happened is happened. We can't change what has happened, but
Yeah.
definitely we can be in the present and do well in the future. So that's very
Right.
important to back ourselves.
You
My
just
sister
now
says
mentioned about.
hello.
I think there are a lot of people who know you and who would like to say hello to you.
Yeah,
Uh,
hi guys, hi guys.
but
Thank you.
Bharat, you also mentioned about technical lapses, right? Uh, I mean, so has it ever happened? We hear about batsmen losing their, I mean, slight doing modifications to their technique, etc. Do wicketkeeper also sometimes lose their technique somewhere and they have to work on it? Has it happened to you?
Yes, when you keep playing, the body goes under different changes, and because if your back is tight, you would sit in a different position. In that position, which allows you to react little slow. All these things, it plays a major role. I mean, so fitness is very important for you to keep fresh and for you to have that flexibility so that nothing goes wrong. Like you don't want to try a different movement, which is not done by you in the practice. So yes,
Sure.
definitely by playing it gets skipped sometimes.
So do you watch your own videos of you playing after the match and then making adjustments?
Yes, sometimes when I feel something is like offbeat, because if you watching me, you wouldn't know whether I'm 100% comfortable or not on that particular day. But for me,
Correct.
I know every thing I do on the field. I know whether I'm comfortable on that particular day. If something goes off the beat, I definitely want to sit with my video analyst and have a quick review over that.
No, nice to hear that, Bharat. We have actually run short of time. I don't want to
Yes.
prolong it too much, but
Mayank
maybe we
can
can
wait.
have.
Mayank can wait. If he's watching, he can wait.
I think Mayank has another live which is starting at 6, so he might probably have gone into that. Now you can go there and troll him if you want to
Yes,
do
I will
that.
definitely. I will. Yes.
But last couple of questions, Bharat.
Yes,
One
Vijay.
are there any special drills that budding wicket keepers need to do? I mean, any basic drills that you would suggest every wicket keeper who is maybe 10 years old to start doing?
Yes, it's very important to get up with the ball. I mean, when you're trying to collect and do a lot of single stump wicket keeping drills. I mean, put a single stump, ask a bowler to bowl in that particular area, and we can do that. And a lot of catching, receiving with soft hands and stuff like that, and side shuffle drills and everything everything which allows him to be a better player. They can do. There's nothing wrong and right, or there's no set theory. You can just keep going at it.
Thank you so much, Bharat Bhai. And as last one, I mean, there was one person, I mean, a lot of people who speak Telugu. Some of them actually wanted you to talk in Telugu. So maybe if you can conclude with something in Telugu, that will be a great thing for the viewers who are listening to you.
ఎస్ చాలా థ్యాంక్స్ అందరికి లైవ్ లో పార్టిసిపేట్ చేసినందుకు అండ్ మీ టైం ఇచ్చి మీ వాల్యుబుల్ టైం ఇచ్చి మమ్మల్ని ఎంటర్టైన్ చేసినందుకు keep entertaining us and keep send your wishes to us and hope everything goes smooth.
Thank you so much, Bharat Bhai.
Thank
It
you,
has been
Vijay.
pleasure
It was
talking to
fun.
you from Fast and Up. I really hope once the COVID situation changes, India plays a lot of cricket, and we hope to see you around playing a lot of domestic cricket, a lot of international cricket, and wish you the very best as you go along. Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
Vijay bhai. Thank you, Fast Enough,
Bye.
for
Bye.
helping us out. Thanks.
Bye. Bye.
Bye, bye.